Sister Wives enthusiasts are wondering the same astonishing question tonight. Is Christine Brown secretly selling her Eagle Mountain, Utah home? At face value, she invited followers to a book signing event in her stunning house. But behind the scenes, rumors of court orders, alleged grievances, and secrets family wars are detonating throughout the Brown family kingdom. Christine instructed fans to come for an intimate book signing at our gorgeous home. Saturday, September 27th. Sounds harmless, doesn't it? But fans are skeptical. Some think this is more than a celebration. They believe it's a distraction for something larger. Is this open house actually connected to a court battle, money settlement, or perhaps a secret courtroom surprise between Kody and Robyn Brown? Here's the reality. When Christine opens her doors to the public, she might also be opening a Pandora's box of secrets, debts, and courtroom drama that will rock the Sister Wives universe forever. And tonight, we're diving into the evidence, the rumors, the timing, the so-called complaints, and why this moment might be the end of the line for Kody and Robyn's grip on the Brown legacy. Is Christine Brown actually selling her house? Or is she getting ready for a secret verdict that will reveal Kody Brown in ways he never imagined? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will shake everything you thought you knew about Sister Wives. The open house that stunned fans at first glance. It seemed like a charming open house invite from Sister Wives star Christine Brown. A smiley fans-friendly post. Join us for an intimate book signing afternoon. David and I will be welcoming you to our beautiful Eagle Mountain home this Saturday, September 27th, from 2 to 4 p.m. A routine notice, a celebration of her new life with David Woolley, a chance to meet fans and share her story. But soon enough, the rumors began. Fans weren't only curious, but suspicious, because something about this open house wasn't quite right. Why, of all conceivable venues, would Christine select her home? Not a bookstore, not a library, not an events hall in her hometown. Her own Eagle Mountain property, the same house she so vehemently flaunted as her new beginning outside of Kody Brown's grasp. To some, this was not a mere fan gathering. To others, it appeared to be a coded message, or worse, a diversion. Was Christine getting her house ready for a stealth sale? Or was she doing this as a public spectacle to establish possession before the court could step in? And then there was the timing. September 27th, a date that, some eagle-eyed fans claim, coincidentally aligns with suspected legal action in Utah. Some suggest the property where Christine and David live might be at the center of an impending battle. Others suppose it's related to property settlements, perhaps from her breakup with Kody and ongoing financial obligations. Picture this. As fans move through Christine's home, taking selfies and awaiting a signature, legal papers may be already in action in the background. Filed complaints made under contention, titles of properties examined, questions whether the house was bought cleanly, or whether someone, maybe Kody, maybe Robyn, still retains claims on family property. Might this book signing be an intentional performance? A way of showing the world, this is mine, I own it, I control it. A staged event, doubling as a subtle declaration of independence, or defiance. And let's not forget, Christine's escape from the plural marriage wasn't just emotional, it was financial. It was legal. Every property, every dollar, every asset tied to the Brown name has been under scrutiny. Christine might have split from Kody. But did she truly leave behind courtroom specters of their past? Because listen to the gossip, and some fans insist this Eagle Mountain open house isn't so much a fan party, but a pre-trial display, a silent courtroom tactic masquerading as hospitality. Imagine this. Fans enter the door anticipating cupcakes and autographed books. Rather, what they're truly entering into is the center of a family empire imploding. A platform where the next page of the Brown family's court wars may be quietly being written. And if reports are to be believed, if court orders and grievances are already making the rounds, then Christine's open house might well be an indication to Kody and Robyn Brown, a statement that she will not be silenced, she will not be controlled, and that this house is hers, regardless of what documents may be submitted. Fans did not realize they were at a book signing. But what if, unwittingly, they're entering the center of a legal war, one which could unveil secrets the Browns have struggled years to put below the surface? Property papers and court whispers. Behind every house there's paperwork, titles, deeds, mortgages. But when it comes to the Brown family, nothing is ever straightforward. Christine and David's Eagle Mountain home is at the center of speculation. On the surface, it's a beautiful property representing freedom and new beginnings. But behind closed doors, whispers of property, documents, court proceedings, and disputed financial issues are getting louder by the day. Fans started making connections, the timing of Christine's book signing, the public opening of her house, The venue selection, all of it evoked one uncomfortable question. Was the property itself a part of some sort of legal game of chess? Others claim there are filings under Utah's court system that are hidden amidst the Brown family estate, still mired after years of polygamy. Court rumors include arguments about who owns what, who is paid for what, and who has what claims remaining. Remember, Christine left Kody Brown, but leaving decades of joint finances is a different issue. Houses, property, companies, and even luxury properties have all been linked to the Brown surname. And now, with Christine openly opening up her home to fans, the rumors are that she might be opening herself up to scrutiny as well. Because when you open your doors to the public, you also open the door to inquiry. Inquiry in the form of, who actually owns this residence? Whose name is on the deed? And might Christine's dramatic display be a rebellious reaction to clandestine court mandates? Apparently, there have been grievances lodged. Grievances that not only include Christine, but reverberate back to Kody and Robyn Brown. Gossip circulates that Christine's house may be connected to unpaid bills, IRS raids, or even property settlements still unresolved from her exit of the plural household. Whispers grow deafening. Might Christine's Eagle Mountain residence, the site of her book signing itself, truly be the central focus of a low-key courtroom battle? And then there's David Woolley, Christine's new husband, her support, her new beginning. But once his name was associated with the property, gossip erupted. Fans question, is David now drawn into the Brown family's financial shadow? Can his name appear on documents up for legal scrutiny? Because if the rumors hold water, this isn't solely Christine's battle, it's his as well. Court rumors, house documents, reported grievances. These are not headlines Christine had attached to her party, but the timing, the discretion, and the abruptness of her residence all indicate something more. And this is the actual suspense. If there are real estate conflicts that involve the Browns, then Christine's gathering is not merely a fan material, it's a point of defiance, a proclamation, a message to Kody, to Robyn, and to the courts. This is mine. You can't take it. But in the universe of sister wives, possession has never been easy. And if property documents are already in play behind the scenes, then Christine could be on the front line of the Browns' next court fight. Robyn and Kody enter the scene whenever Christine Brown makes a daring move. One shadow is always right behind her, Kody Brown, and with him, the woman many fans now refer to as the most contentious figure in Sister Wives history, Robyn Brown. To everyone else, Christine's open house appears to be a quick party, but to the Browns' history buffs, this is more than a party, it's a declaration of independence. An appointed rebuke to Kody and Robyn's tightly controlled kingdom. Robyn, Kody's sole remaining wife, has been charged by fans with being the keeper of the Brown family's purse strings. For years, rumors have circulated that much of the family wealth, from high-end cars to real estate, was channeled into her name. So when Christine flings open her doors at Eagle Mountain, it's no surprise fans started wondering, could Robyn and Kody be secretly seething? Could they view Christine's performance as not a book signing, but a rebellious gesture aimed at them? Some claim that Kody never completely freed himself from the money web of his previous wives. Divisions of property, debts, taxes. Whispers have it that Christine's house might not be as alone as supporters believe. And if Kody and Robyn still think they have claims, either by supposed investments or common property connections, then Christine's open house suddenly appears a whole lot less naively sweet. It's like a public declaration of war. Picture Robyn's reaction. The woman who, in the eyes of many fans, has slaved to provide for her own financial security within the plural family. To see Christine, the wife who departed, not only move on, but prosper, could spark fury behind closed doors. Rumors abound that Robyn has goaded Kody into battling harder, into demanding more, into pursuing what she feels the family is still entitled to. Apparently, there could even be rumors of grievances tied to assets, property issues, and legal documents. And then, Kody himself, once the self-proclaimed patriarch, now a man whose kingdom appears to be disintegrating piece by piece. Viewers saw wives depart, children disobey, and his public reputation crumble. For Kody, Christine's Eagle Mountain affair is not a book signing. It's embarrassment, a reminder that the woman who departed lives well, whereas he struggles with rumors of bankruptcy, court battles, and familial disintegration. Might his pride force him back to the courthouse? Might his rage propel alleged efforts to take on Christine's independence? The rumors say yes, because in the Sister Wives universe, courtrooms and dinner tables aren't very far apart. Every dollar, every piece of property, every step is linked to a larger war. Robyn and Kody might not have been included in Christine's open house, but their shadow is there like a storm cloud, above observing, waiting, planning, maybe lining up the next blow in a war that fans think is hardly finished. Robyn's rage, Kody's ego, Christine's brassy stand. These three dynamics are converging in Eagle Mountain, Utah. And if the rumblings of court rumors and supposed grievances are accurate, Christine's celebration may be the flame that sets off the courtroom firework. Because once Kody and Robyn get involved, things get complicated, and nothing is sacred. Behind the book signings and smiles, a shadow of the law looms. And it's only a matter of time until Robyn and Kody's next maneuver is shown. Alleged grievances and hidden agendas, book signing, or courtroom tactics. That's what fans can't help but wonder. For because no sooner had the invitation from Christine Brown seemed innocuous, than rumors started to fly. Whispers of supposed grievances linked not only to her property, but to the gathering as such. Some neighbors were apparently offended by the idea of an open house with dozens of strangers streaming in and out of a residential area. Others wondered why Christine would jeopardize her privacy and security by hosting a public signing at her private residence. Was it merely enthusiasm? Or was something more deliberate in motion? Rumors on the internet report supposed complaints perhaps having been submitted, not concerning books, but rather the use of property, events, and even financial relationships. Nothing proven, nothing official. But on Sister Wives, rumor tends to come before revelation. Could Christine's reveal be her method of preempting complaints? By making her house a stage, did she publicly claim ownership, strength, and independence, before others might question her? Then theories started circling. Fans were wondering, why would Christine even risk exposing her home at all? She kept her privacy fierce for years, particularly after she left Kody. So why now? Why throw the doors open wide and welcome the world in? Some think the reason isn't celebration, but strategy, an ulterior motive beneath the surface. Maybe Christine is asserting to the world, and to the courts, that this home is hers. Symbolic action of planting her flag, challenging anyone, even Kody and Robyn, to attempt to remove it. Picture this. Christine is getting hints of a pending property ordeal. Maybe it's debt. Maybe it's ancestral lands. She knows there are rumors. She knows Robyn and Kody's darkness hangs over her. So what does she do? She turns it around. She opens her doors. She invites all her fans, cameras, and the world of social media to see her in the comfort of her own home, smiling, secure, unafraid. On the outside, it's a nice book signing. On the inside, it's a confrontational courtroom tactic masquerading as a celebration. This wouldn't be the first. Reality TV stars cross the line between private life and legal chess strategies by putting her house at the center of everything. Christine guarantees that any hint of controversy is countered with a more public and louder statement of dominance. But here's where the intrigue runs deeper. Might there be other reasons? There are some fans who claim Christine might be gearing up for possible sale, not out of duress, but because she's planning ahead and transferring assets. If so, then this book signing is as much about greeting fans as about laying groundwork for the next chapter of her financial life, a secretive preparation concealed behind autographs and smiles. And what of Robyn and Kody? If perceived grievances are afoot, could they be attributed to them? Remember, Robyn has been suspected for years of getting assets into her own name. If Christine is cementing her claim, Robyn may perceive it as an attack on her. Kody, embarrassed and enraged, might read this incident as Christine rubbing salt in the wound, a public reminder that she fled, that she rebuilt, that she doesn't answer to him anymore. His own pride would be enough to fuel rumors of challenges, filings, or conflicts. So here we are, fans being invited to a book signing, but quite possibly entering the midst of a private legal maelstrom. Each autograph, each photo, every smile inside that house could double as a silent statement. This is mine. This is my freedom. This is my victory. But when whispers of alleged complaints collide with hidden motives, it leaves one burning question echoing through Eagle Mountain. Is Christine's open house truly a fan celebration? Or is it a courtroom performance, masked in plain sight? David Woolley's role, Christine Brown walked away from Kody, but she didn't walk alone forever. She discovered David Woolley, her husband, her partner, her new beginning. Fans believed that their love story was a happily ever after ending, an opportunity for Christine to start living life on her own terms. What they forget sometimes is the fact that marriage doesn't just unite hearts. It unites names, properties, and legal obligations. And that's where David Woolley's story grows darker, more complex. When David and Christine bought their Eagle Mountain house, both of their names became attached to the home. On the surface, that's the way it should be. But in the shadow of the Brown family empire, It can also insert David right into the middle of claimed feuds, court rumors, and money complications that never were his to start with. Consider, Christine might have left the plural marriage, but she didn't leave the financial devastation entirely behind. If there are supposed debts, unpaid divisions, or IRS rumors still lingering around the Brown family, then by entering Christine's life, David might have inadvertently entered Kody and Robyn's war zone. Fans wonder, if property documents or supposed grievances were submitted, David's name might be listed side by side with Christine's. 1 minute, he's not only the supportive husband holding a book signing, he's also a potential victim in the Browns' financial saga. What if a court order challenged the validity of the house purchase? What if a claimed filing attempted to link their house to outstanding Brown family assets? In an instant, David might find himself standing as Christine's guardian, but as co-defendant in a courtroom battle. Picture the scene. David, in his kitchen, sorting through correspondence, among the fan mail and book event replies, an official letter, a letter challenging property rights, a hint of claim disputes still connecting Christine's new life to her old one. To David, this is not just Christine's past any longer. It's his present, and maybe his future. Some people think that's why Christine publicized the book signing, not only to celebrate her memoir, but also to cement David's position, to place him, quite literally, in the limelight, demonstrating to the world that this is their life, their home, their fortress. But others speak of something more sinister. Perhaps that Christine is using the occasion to guard David, to demonstrate to the public the ownership of the house by both of them. So any challenge through the law would be seen petty, even vindictive. A shrewd step, perhaps, but one that could pull David further into a war he never volunteered for. David is beloved by fans for his serene presence, his protection of Christine, his keeping at bay from the poisonous mess of Kody Brown. But what if that distance is narrowing? What if his name, once insulated from the Brown family drama, is now signed on to the very documents that might spark the next courtroom battle? Could David Woolley, the person who gave Christine joy, now be the surprise target of Kody and Robyn's purported rage? Christine might have met her soulmate, but in entwining their lives, David could have unwittingly entwined himself with the Browns' deepest secrets. And if rumor of court documents and supposed grievances holds true, his part in this soap is just getting underway. Fans respond, support or suspicion. When Christine Brown made her personal book signing announcement at her Eagle Mountain house, her fans worldwide went wild. At last, an opportunity to see their beloved sister wives' celebrity, to tread the very floors that represented her liberation from Kody Brown. But before long, excitement gave way to suspicion, and hours after she made her announcement, social media wasn't just toasting. It was analyzing, arguing, questioning, because for each supporter shouting Christine's courage, there was another whispering, why in her house? Why now? And what's she actually hiding? Supporters inundated Christine's post with affection, applauding her courage and her new life with David Woolley. But the doubters, they saw the cracks. Others said the timing was suspect, landing perilously close to alleged legal action. Others asked whether Christine's event was really a cover, a show intended to conceal something more profound. One supporter commented, feels less like a signing and more like she's staging her house for sale. Another added, this isn't about books. This is about court. And the speculations didn't end there. Throughout forums, YouTube videos, and message boards, rumors grew louder. Fans theorized Christine might be preparing for supposed grievances with regard to the house. Others speculated that neighborly resentment over public gatherings in an otherwise private community was not being satisfied. Others questioned whether Robyn and Kody's names might still be hiding in documents or debts associated with the family. Dynasty, backing, suspicion, inquiry. Christine's notice evolved into a thing beyond itself. It became a war of words. Supporters contended Christine had a right to celebrate her new life, to throw open her doors, and to let the world see that she had created something of her own. For them, the book signing was a victory lap, a badge of survival, but critics saw it differently. They questioned, why endanger privacy? Why welcome strangers into your sanctuary? Unless, the point wasn't the fans altogether. Unless the idea was to make a point, to Kody, to Robyn, perhaps even to a judge, that this house is hers. And then there was the most frightening theory of all. What if the fans themselves were in on the act? What if Christine wasn't inviting them to come and party, but to be witnesses, witnesses to her life in the house, witnesses whose testimony, eventually, could be called upon to indirectly bear witness that this is Christine and David's home? Crazy idea? Perhaps. In the Sister Wives universe, however, where family dramas spill over into news headlines and rumors of lawsuits never fully disappear, nothing is beyond the realm of possibility. The reactions from fans showed something important. Christine's spectacle wasn't all about her. It was about the Browns collectively. Each smile she shared, each picture she posted was analyzed for secret meaning. Was she provoking Robyn? Was she threatening Kody? Was she setting the stage for an upcoming courtroom drama? The fascination smoldered hotter than ever. Viewers weren't simply observing Christine anymore. They were observing one another, discussing, disagreeing, splitting into factions of loyalty and distrust. And here's where the tension erupts. Because in each remark, in each hypothesis, one fact became evident. Christine's book signing had grown larger than Christine herself. It wasn't merely a fan gathering. It wasn't merely a celebration. It was the catalyst for a wildfire of conjecture that now drew in every member of the Brown family. From Christine's new spouse to Kody and Robyn, and even to fans themselves. Everyone was now a participant in this emerging drama, support or doubt. One thing is certain, Christine's open house didn't just open doors, it opened questions. And those questions might lead right into the courtroom corners Kody Brown has worked so diligently to avoid. Kody's financial shadow, Kody Brown, was once the self-satisfied patriarch of a large family, but now, rumors of debts, losses, and financial ruin trail him like a shadow that haunts him. To the public, Christine's book signing appeared to be an innocent fan event, but to those familiar with the Browns' past, it could have been something a lot worse. Since the minute Christine opened her doors in Eagle Mountain, she might have uncovered the very same wounds Kody has been trying to seal up over the past few years. Rumors swirled for years about the Brown family's finances, IRS filings, unpaid taxes, court documents attached to property and luxury goods. Supporters say the Browns lived high on the hog while concealing fissures in their empire. Now, Christine, the wife who left, proudly stands in a house free of Kody's domination. Or at least that's what it appears. Because if rumors of unfinished business with finances hold any truth, Kody's shadow could still lie across her doorstep. Others claim that Christine's Eagle Mountain residence might be quietly connected, albeit indirectly, to past debts or unresolved divisions. Did money from the plural clan assist Christine in building her new beginning? Did property change hands in manners not yet tested in court? If even a part of that conjecture is real, then Kody's financial shadow isn't only looming, it's encroaching. And Christine's fearless book signing might have dragged it out into the light. Court rumors suggest more than real estate. There are rumors of luxury vehicles, secret accounts, and business ventures that possibly weren't paid for in full. Christine might have attempted to shut that door when she abandoned Kody, but can you ever really disconnect from decades of financial intertwining? Particularly when your ex-husband is still being plagued by rumors of debt collectors, IRS searches, and supposed lawsuits. Christine's independence might be humiliation to Kody. Each fan photograph at her open house, each signature, each smile with David says it loud and clear. She is free. She is happy. She is no longer controlled by him. But if Kody still believes she owes him, financially or legally, then the stakes are far higher than family pride. It becomes about money, property, reputation, the very empire he once claimed to control. And history shows us, Kody Brown has never let go without a fight. Imagine the courtroom whispers, judges thumbing through pages of supposed filings, attorneys bickering over possessions, names where they shouldn't be. And Christine's home, the one she just welcomed the world to, amidst the turmoil, might Kody's money shadow be more than figurative? Might it be the real reason supporters are justified in questioning Christine's intentions? For when it comes to Kody, pride and money have always marched in unison. And losing Christine didn't mean losing a wife. It meant losing power, possessions, and control. And if her house is evidence of her triumph, then his shadow, of debt, of pride, of unresolved wars, will do whatever it takes to bring her back down. Kody's financial shadow looms long over Eagle Mountain. But in each shadow, there is someone who stands right by his side. Someone whose anger burns even hotter. And her name is Robyn Brown. Robyn's fury and the hidden verdict in the world of sister wives. There's one emotion that seems to define Robyn Brown. Fury shrouded in tears. Fans have seen her cry, beg, and rage on camera. But behind closed doors, rumors whisper that her anger runs deeper than before. Because if Christine's book signing was a jubilation for others, for Robyn, it could have seemed like an assault. A humiliation, a provocation. And in Robyn's universe, humiliation tends to go straight to fury. Christine's open house wasn't a day for fans only. For Robyn, it was a statement. Christine has what she desires most. freedom, respect, and public approval. As Robyn is left grasping at Kody, the last support beam of a dying dynasty, gossip circulates that Robyn views Christine's independence not as empowering, but betrayal, and rumors circulate that her anger may extend beyond emotions. Others claim that Robyn has driven Kody towards legal proceedings, grievances, and obstacles. Anything to fight back against Christine's growing authority. Visualize the scene within Robyn's mansion. Documents spread out on a table. Phone calls in whispered tones. Robyn insisting, pleading, demanding. She can't get away with this. She can't win. And Kody battered, embarrassed, but still proud, hearing his final wife telling him to struggle, to reclaim power, to remind Christine that although she might have escaped the union, she cannot escape the Brown's shadow, and that is where the rumors take a terrifying twist. The gossip about a secret verdict, court proceedings that followers fear may already be underway, alleged judgments related to assets, debts, or property quietly consummating in secret behind closed doors. Nothing official, nothing announced. Yet, in the quiet, rumors flourish. Is there possibly already a decision, a verdict to be announced, that can topple Christine's new reality in Eagle Mountain? And if so, is Robyn the one driving hardest for it? Robyn's rage has ever been underappreciated, but if she perceives Christine's open house as a personal threat to her own safety, her children, and her grip on Kody, then her motives are much larger than jealousy. They become survival. Because without Christine in line, without the family in harmony under Kody, Robyn's world has started to come apart at the seams. And if a courtroom can give her the authority she's losing in her home, she might do anything to get that verdict. The rumors are chilling. Some say Robyn might be secretly bound up in legal documents claiming Christine is not independent. Others say she's pressuring Kody to claim assets, to take what she feels as theirs. And then the spookiest rumor, that there is an unseen verdict already in place. A choice made from behind closed doors, ready to re-emerge at the most inopportune time. One that would strip Christine of her win and drag David Woolley into a fight he never anticipated. Christine's book signing might have been the last chapter in her flight of escape. But for Robyn, it could be the first chapter in her vendetta. And if rumors of an underlying verdict are accurate, then Christine's Eagle Mountain residence is more than a house. It's proof. It's bargaining power. It's the stage for a courthouse battle in which Robyn will battle tooth and nail for the one thing she still possesses: control over what is left of the Brown Empire. Robyn's rage is no longer a secret, and as the fans hold their breath for the truth to be revealed, one question rings out louder than ever. Is Christine's book signing truly a celebration, or the most genius legal cover-up Sister Wives has ever witnessed? Book signing or legal cover-up? On first glance, Christine Brown's Eagle Mountain event appeared smiling fans, autographed books, happy selfies, a woman free at last, celebrating her story on her own terms. But as the pictures went viral, as the information filtered out, the questions grew louder. Was this actually just a book signing? Or was Christine orchestrating something much more calculated? A cover-up in plain sight? Think about it. Why have strangers into your home, your sanctuary? Why not lease a bookstore, a cafe, a convention center? Why jeopardize privacy, safety, and secrecy unless there was ulterior motive? Some enthusiasts insist that Christine's spectacle was not so much about telling her tale, and more about establishing ownership. A quiet announcement to the world, and maybe even the courts, that this house is hers, occupied, joyously. Inviolate. Might the book signing have been a smokescreen? A means to distract the public while setting up purported complaints or impending filings? What if the signatures and laughter weren't merely fan service, but proof, witnesses inadvertently affirming that Christine and David are the lawful owners of Eagle Mountain? Sounds crazy. But in the Sister Wives universe, where family soap opera spills into courtroom rumor, the distinction between celebration and strategizing has never been distinct. The cover-up theory posits Christine's open house was not about books at all. It was about optics. About staging a public spectacle so powerful that any attempt to challenge it legally, by neighbors, by creditors, even by Kody and Robyn, would be perceived as petty, cruel, or false. By transforming her house into a stage, Christine might have constructed the ultimate defense. Fans themselves, pictures, films, testimony, all of her within the confines of her home, smiling, in command. In the public eye's court of opinion, that might be sufficient to protect her. And here's where the tension smolders hottest. If Christine's incident was a cover story, whom was it intended to hide from? Was she defending against purported grievances by neighbors? Was she proactively defending herself from IRS or debt gossip related to the Browns? Or was she sending a direct message to Kody and Robyn? Try to take this from me, and you'll lose in front of the world. Imagine the irony. Fans line up for autographs, thinking they're part of a celebration. But in reality, they may be walking straight into the middle of a staged courtroom performance. Each clap, each smile, each signed page, serving also as proof in a war most of them did not even realize was being waged. The question is spooky. Were readers truly guests at Christine's party? Or were they unaware extras in a well-planned legal spectacle? One thing is certain. Christine Brown's open house was never merely about books. It was about power. And whether the occasion was a celebration or an attempted cover-up, the repercussions could seal the fate of the Brown family dynasty. The courtroom finale, it started out as an innocent invitation, a book signing, a fan gathering, a freedom celebration. But when the gates closed in Eagle Mountain, Christine Brown's open house had morphed into something much darker. What if all those smiles, all those autographs, all those pictures taken within those walls were more than just mementos, but proof? What if the event was itself a production of defense in a battle nobody anticipated? A battle waged not in living rooms, but in courtrooms. Christine, proudly standing with David, appeared invincible. But beneath her arrogance, court gossip mounted. Rumored complaints from neighbors, hints of IRS sweeps and outstanding debts. Gossip of property connections dating back to Kody and Robyn. And in the silence of public record, viewers swore they heard the softest whisper of all. A concealed verdict. A judgment hidden in the darkness, waiting to burst into the light. All Browns are called into play in this courtroom thriller, Christine Brown, the defiant survivor, opening her doors not merely to fans, but to the world, tempting anyone to come at her. David Woolley, the protector, but maybe the unwitting target, his name on property documents that could sweep him into the Browns' war in the courts. Kody Brown, father turned shadow, tortured by hints of debt, pride bruised, reputation imploding, struggling to win back what he's lost. Robyn Brown, angry strategist, tears covering growing anger, power propelling Kody toward one final desperate blow. 4 lives, 1 home, endless secrets. All converging in a showdown fans are dubbing the courtroom finale. Picture the moment. The courtroom silent. Christine and David on one side, tense but sure. Kody and Robyn on the other, anger brewing, fear lurking in their eyes. The judge raises a verdict, complaints of debts, allegations of property, questions of ownership, and then, the sound of the gavel. Some say the verdict is already written, secret from the world, biding its time to come out. Others say that Christine's open house was her preemptive strike, her attempt to convince the world that this house, this sanctuary, is hers and David's alone. But one thing is true, when the truth comes out at last, it will not be about a book signing or a house. It will be about the very fall of the Brown family dynasty. Each chapter has led up to this. The open house that stunned fans, the rumors of property documents, Robyn's outrage, Kody's financial cloud, David's surprising cameo, and the fans themselves, torn between admiration and distrust. And now, as the series finale is played out, one chilling question hangs in the air. Will Christine's home be a symbol of liberation, or become evidence in the trial that wrecks it all? This was never ever about books. It was never ever about fans. It was about power, pride, and revenge. And as the Browns head for their destiny, one thing is certain. The ultimate judgment is still pending. If you're hooked by the secrets we just uncovered, then don't stop here. Smash that like button to push this story out to more Sister Wives fans. Drop a comment below and tell me whose side you're on. Christine, Robyn, Kody, Janelle, or Mary. Because I read every single one. And if you don't want to miss the next shocking twist, hit subscribe right now. Tap that bell icon so you're first to know when the next hidden truth drops. And join our community as we expose the drama that TLC doesn't want you to see.